This is the marriage ceremony of Matthew Izzy Shoemaker and Jeannie Lee Wilson. We're gathered here today.
Leave us alone. We've never done this before.
I was going to get to that sooner or later, but that's more important. We're gathered here today at the request of Jeannie and Matthew to witness their marriage and to share in the joy of this occasion. This commitment, this marriage, is not to be entered into lightly, but with certainty, mutual respect, a sense of reverence, and a sense of perpetuity. Jeannie and Matthew, as you know, no minister, priest, rabbi, or public official can marry you. Only you can marry yourselves by a mutual commitment to love each other, to work toward creating an atmosphere of care, consideration, and respect, by a willingness to face the tensions and anxieties that underlie human life. You can make your wedded life come alive. Your love for one another and your willingness to accept each other's strong points and weaknesses with understanding and respect will help cement the foundation for a strong and lasting marriage. Learn to respect your individual outlooks, share your thoughts, experiences, and dreams with one another. Cherish the intimacy and understanding that comes with the passage of time. As you enter this union, your belief that marriage is a partnership between individuals with common goals, hopes, and dreams will give your lives special meaning and fulfillment. Today there's a vast unknown future that stretches out before you. That future, with its hopes and disappointments, joys and sorrows, is hidden from your eyes. However, it's a great tribute to your faith in one another that you're willing to face these uncertainties together. On behalf of your gathered family and friends, we hope that the love with which you join your hearts, souls, and hands today never fails, but grows deeper and surer with every year that you spend together. Matthew, will you take Jeannie to be your wedded wife? Will you give yourself to her? Will you share completely with her in your life together? Will you promise to be open and honest in your relationship? And will you give her all comfort and support and strength? Jeannie, will you take Matthew to be your wedded husband? Will you give yourself to him? Will you share completely with him in your life together? Will you promise to be open and honest in your relationship? And will you give him all comfort and support and strength? You turn facing one another. This is the participation portion of the ceremony. Matthew, repeat after me. I, Matthew, take you, Jeannie.
I, Matthew, take you, Jeannie.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
I promise to stand beside you.
I promise to stand beside you.
And to love you always.
To love you always.
In times of celebration and times of sadness.
In times of celebration and times of sadness.
In times of sickness and times of health.
Times of sickness and times of health.
I will be with you and love you.
I will be with you and love you.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
I, Jeannie, take you, Matthew.
I, Jeannie, take you, Matthew.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
I promise to stand beside you.
I promise to stand beside you.
And to love you always.
And love you always.
In times of celebration and times of sadness.
In times of celebration and times of sadness.
In times of sickness and times of health.
In times of sickness and in times of health.
I will be with you and love you.
I will be with you and love you.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
When wedding rings are exchanged, they are symbolic of the binding marriage contract. They are to be given and received as bonds of never-ending love and devoted friendship. They are circles of life and circles of love. Matthew, if you would, take that and place it on Jeannie's finger and repeat after me. Jeannie, with this ring,
Jeannie, with this ring,
I wed thee.
I wed thee.
And offer it as a symbol
And offer it as a symbol
of our everlasting love.
of our everlasting love.
And Jeannie, if you would do the same for Matthew, place that on his finger and repeat after me. Matthew, with this ring,
Matthew, with this ring,
I wed thee.
I wed thee.
And offer it as a symbol
And offer it as a symbol
of our everlasting love.
of our everlasting love.
Now, according to the form of solemnization of marriage by the state of Indiana, but most of all by the power of your own love, I pronounce you married. You may call yourselves by those two ancient and honored titles, husband and wife. Congratulations.
Holy cow, we did it.